was that in a way, in writing the book, well, as I reread the proofs of the book, which, you know, like I wrote the book, and then it was like all this time, and then there's a publisher of the book, and Hal Leonard published it, you know what I mean? And so then when I got back the proofs, it's like, okay, it's like you're meeting a new person, you're meeting this book that you wrote. And I thought, well, it's really interesting because, in a way, I did all this identifying of literary sources. I talked about the structure and creation of the songs, but in some way, they remain in some way mysterious because they are. Do you know what I mean? In other words, I explained everything I could, but they, you know, how do you say, you know what I mean? And there's heartache without end. There is heartache without end, and you know what I mean?
Sometimes like, a little bit of it is self-explanatory. I do understand that. I do understand that as a songwriter too. That sometimes there can be a little bit of a harm in explaining what you mean, because especially if you're writing something that is personal, there can be something detrimental by explaining the whole real in-depth reason why you wrote it and what spawned that, you know. But then at the same time, the people who really, really love the show have their own interpretation, but also love it so much that they do want to know what your idea of it was. That's why I don't, you know, I think it is great that you.
I get asked this all the time. Things, you know, you're talking, or it's like I was working with this troupe of young performers called Theater Geeks. In fact, they're the ones that we first developed Alice with. I did like 2 workshops with them. And they'll say that they absolutely, and we'll just be talking about, and it's like, do they want to ask Stephen something? And one of the first things will be like, what is a purple summer? Do you know what I mean? Or what is, you know, or does it mean you're bruised if you have a purple, you know what I mean? And so then, you know, I try to explain what it is, you know what I mean, or what we felt and what we knew, what we all talked about. As I remember Michael standing on the stage and saying, I'm not understanding the lyrics. Do you remember that? It's like, we need to go through these lyrics. Stephen, you know, it's like we come on stage. Do you remember those times?
Totally.
It was so like the field marshal. It was like, but I mean, in the most loving possible way. You know what I mean? But it was like, come to attention. We're going to explain these lyrics. Kids, I mean, it was so like the kids, right? The kids. Here's what we're going to do, and you're going to sing this and this and this, and, you know, Stallions Neigh. I mean, it's like, what does that say to you?
Yeah, totally.
It's like,